Okay. Why is it saying that? Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to another edition of the Midwest Plainsman right here in Waterloo, Iowa. And this afternoon, I am joined by my special guest, our city mayor, Quentin Hart. And I felt it necessary to invite him to be a guest, as yours truly does serve with Main Street Waterloo. And I also do a lot of volunteer work here in the community as well. So I want to take time out to spend a little bit of time with our mayor, get to know you, and check in to see what's going on in the city.
Well, thank you so much, Earl. And because of your volunteerism, you make this city a great place. So thank you so much for all you do, for all your involvement, and for helping us make this place a great place. So thank you.
You're very welcome. Now, back a couple years ago when you had invited uh, oh shoot, yeah, Mayor Pete to come and speak down by the river. I was
Yeah.
actually in attendance. I was actually down front in the second row on that night. Even
Okay.
though we were dealing with a lot of rain that night, I was still a part of it.
Wow, that's great. I didn't know that. So, no, I appreciate that.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Yeah, that meant a lot. That was one that I felt it really necessary for me to be in attendance. So I was proud to
Good.
be and happy to be a part of that. So
Well, we're trying to get him back here. Of course, we got a project or so that he's very interested in and very supportive of the DOT. So we're trying to get him to come back for one of them specifically.
excellent. So now I know that just by checking things out here now, you have been a part of the city of Waterloo since what, 2016 or even further back than that?
Well, since 1971.
Okay.
I was born and raised in the city, but with regards to elected office, I took office in, I want to say 2007 or 8 with the Waterloo City Council at the time. Served 6 years as vice mayor to Buck Clark. And then in 2017, took over as mayor for the city of Waterloo. So some kids asked me today, Earl. They said, "How long have you been mayor?" I said, 8 days, 4 months, 26 days, 15 hours and 6 minutes. So I loved every minute of it.
Very cool. Now, what has been your best experience with serving the city of Waterloo?
I know it may sound a little cliche, but this is the honest to God truth. Um, every day I get to and come to City Hall, or while I'm in my bed, waiting to come to work, and just thinking to myself, what can I do to try to help make the city of Waterloo a better place? What can I do to be able to help change things, right? Being that I grew up here, I've seen a lot of changes. I remember the 80s and the turbulent challenges we had. I remember the 90s as our road to recovery. I remember 2000, the Vision Iowa, in 2010, our ability to try to create a more diverse economy. And in the 2020s and beyond, just being able to see the incredible infrastructure that's taken with the city of Waterloo. It's been very inspiring. It's been inspiring to work with our federal partners, the Biden administration and Secretary Buttigieg, to how we can work on these bridges, right? The Park Avenue Bridge and the 11th Street Bridge. I'll tell you, I didn't know how we were going to do it, right? You're talking about 20s of millions of dollars to try to fix that. And We were fortunate to get a federal grant. University Avenue was, if you drink coffee and you drove down University Avenue a few years ago with that cup in your hand, I don't know if you drink coffee, Earl.
Right
Uh,
here.
that coffee, if you didn't have a top on it, would have flew all over you because there were so many potholes. And seeing that transformation, but seeing things that we could try to do better and make better, starting to see those things come back alive in this city.
Oh yeah, I know what university like before all the projects began to make it better. And 'cause, uh, trust me,
Yeah,
I do know.
right, right. So I really enjoy like seeing things that come to fruition. I mean, like the broadband project. I don't know if we're going to talk about that a little bit later, but just the very nature of 2005 when the citizens voted for it, to do the municipal telecom board, and then in last 4 or 5 years starting to work on that project and seeing it come to fruition. I mean, that's really incredible and really awesome to be a part of it.
Well, I'm very familiar with the telecom end of things because before I got into doing what I'm doing now for the last 22 years, before then, I was actually an outside contractor working on telecom systems.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So
Okay.
I'd been doing that for quite a while. And, that was one of the best jobs I ever had was working in telecom. And now that we've got the brand new company here in town that's establishing services for people, um, I'm actually happy that's happening. Um, we need to have more uh, access to different styles of telecom systems that is going to benefit the folks here in town.
Right, right, right. And also, when you take at it, making sure that whether it's the company that we have that's come in or Waterloo Fiber, but just making sure that no matter where you go within this community, you could have access to the same quality of internet service as you do, no matter where you live at. For years, it's been the have this, the east side would have this, or north side or south side. But what we're trying to do, and the way that I've approached and been working with my team here, is try to create equitable models of leadership in that different neighborhoods, different locations, different wards have different needs. But
Mhm.
whatever those needs are, to make sure that the quality and the standard is the same no matter where you're at in this community. And for too long, we had old, outdated systems. Back 22 years ago, when you were doing it, some parts of our community still have the same system. And so, how can we make sure that whatever Waterloo Fiber does, that no matter where you live at, you same amount of quality for your services. And that's kind of how I've been trying to approach everything that I do here. People, and not just talking about services just for the cost, right? But just making sure that people know that the investment of their dollars that we are making back into this community is going to be something for us to be beneficial and proud of.
Right. I mean, I remember back to the early 2000s when DSL was just popping up, was just getting started. And
Right.
all the systems that I got trained on and was having to deal with the working out the bugs out of the system.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So those bugs have grown in some of them, right? but we're making it work, right?
Yep, we sure are. Now, also, now you are still the administrator for Hawkeye Community College, right?
I am not. I'm
Oh,
not.
okay.
Yeah, Hawkeye from 7 to 2016, and then
Okay.
I left Hawkeye to come here. This is a full time. This is three full-time jobs into one. So I
Yeah.
don't have much time to do anything else.
Excellent. Well, yeah, because I can just imagine, because in my job alone, I'm wearing like 5 or 6 different hats with
Right, right, right.
so
Yeah. There's a store you go places, it's called Lids, Lids, and the only thing they have in there is hats, caps.
mhm.
That's similar to my job, right? There's so many different ones that we wear, but I enjoy all of them.
Well, yeah, and plus the other thing that another thing I've started up here just recently for uh well, for the Cedar Valley, for Waterloo, Cedar Falls, Evansdale, you name it, is doing a business networking
Mm.
group here in town. And where I've been inviting the business leaders and also business professionals here in town to come and join me. Granted, it's 7 o'clock in the morning, but that's usually when people are just getting their business day started. So,
Right, right. That's when the eggs taste better. So that's a good time. Good time.
yep. So now with water, let's see, with my Waterloo days coming upon us here very shortly,
Yeah.
um, what anything new that is in the works for this year?
Well, I think Tavis and his entire team, Lindsay and everyone at Experience Waterloo, is doing an incredible job. And I know Main Street had done it for years, and so Experience Waterloo, a few more resources and things to be able to do it. But I think one of the biggest things that we see now are the amount of partnerships and sponsorships. A lot of our businesses are coming on board and helping to support the entire event. And then once you have that level of support, then you can see that much of a larger program that's going to be happening. And I think just the quality of the entertainment has changed drastically because there's more dollars to be able to attract more talent. And so this my Waterloo days, of course, the parade is there as well. But I think what it offers is something for everyone, right? You have a diversity of talent and foods and all of those things into this that weekend, and I think it offers a lot of flexibility and diversity with offerings. And then I'm gonna just tell you, Earl, you're gonna have to come out because I'm working on trying to have a birthday party. My
Uh-huh.
birthday is June 6th, and Tavis had to remind me, and Jessica, when it was at Main Street, that just because my Waterloo days is during my birthday time, it's not my birthday party. So, so I'm gonna try to have a little birthday party, and so you'll be invited too.
Well, I've got you covered because I basically also run my own DJ service, so
Okay,
I've
okay,
got you covered.
all right, all right.
Now, over the years, what has been something that you've always wanted Waterloo to be known as? That something that positively stands out that would put the city of Waterloo on the map.
Oh, that is one of the best questions I've been asked for a long time. And part of the reason being is that for so long we've been known for the wrong things, right? And
Mm,
just like I know, there's more incredible things happening in this city, far more than things that are negative happening. So, part of our strategic goal for our 2030 vision plan is what we call Fly the W. And I don't know if you're a Cubs fan, but when they win, they fly that W flag. Well, we kind of think that W stands for Waterloo, which means that the citizens wanted to make sure that we told the story of who we are as a community. When you take a look at the Veterans Way project that we did a little while ago, and you can go to the City of Waterloo website or Experience Waterloo, you'll see the Veterans Way project. Because for a long time, this city has really paid the ultimate sacrifice, from the Sullivan brothers to thousands of others that have worked hard and diligently to fight for our freedoms that we have. And so we wanted to be known as a place of service and sacrifice and veterans. So we also, former Mayor Tim Hurley worked on a project to help us be designated as a World War II city, one of 11 that was selected this past year. So service and sacrifice with our veterans. Another one is to know that diversity has its strengths, and we are a diverse community. When you think about Iowa, you necessarily think about diversity all the time. But when you say Waterloo, you know that there is diversity here. And what we're starting to see is so many people doing positive things. We have Irish Fest coming up. We just did the ribbon cutting for this year coming up. We have a Pride Fest. We have Haitian Jamaica Day. We have a Haitian Day. We have the Northeast Arts Festival. We have our 4th Street cruises. But we are a community that's diverse, and we are celebrating that diversity. So there's two things: service and sacrifice, and our incredible rich diversity that we have as a community.
I can definitely understand that because even though I've only been up here for going on 6 years now,
Mhm.
I originally come from my hometown is 20 miles east of Des Moines, so I come
Mm.
from a small farming community,
Right,
and yet Waterloo is still known as a small community.
mhm,
Even though I mean we've got pretty much everything that we need up here,
right,
it's still considered to be a small community, and which is something that I rather enjoy. Uh,
right,
and I know that a lot of other people do as well.
right. And you know that's a really good point too. We're very um, uh, smart community, hardworking community. If you take a look at John Deere, we have a tremendous amount of people that work directly at John Deere in our local community, which we have some of the largest facilities they offer. But who works in those facilities, right? Hardworking people in Waterloo and Cedar Falls, and so we have one of the strongest workforces that's out there, and that's another thing. I would assume our product engineering centers and our engine works to produce the level of tractors that we produce and machinery is global, right? And so, right in this small community, we produce global items that help impact the entire world. And so, on so many different levels, we're a very strong community. And so, flying the W means telling that story.
Excellent. Well, yeah, I know that every city wants to be known for something and in a positive way so that it's going to attract not only growth, but also it's going to attract business and so that everyone in town can be successful and also be proud of where they're living.
Right. Absolutely.
Well, I'm very happy that you've been at it for this long, and that, like I said, I'm happy to be a part of the city, and I look forward to continuing being a part of the city in whatever way that I possibly can. Uh,
Right.
and like well, the ladies in your office already know that I also serve with the Lions International,
Mhm.
so I'm part of the Waterloo Lions Club. And we also our motto is we serve.
Right.
And I've served as a volunteer EMT and uh, amateur radio, so I do a lot of volunteer work, and I know that anywhere you go in a small community, even though I mean most of our services are paid, but anywhere else that you go, you're talking volunteer.
Mhm.
And so when it comes to volunteer services, I speak out about that and to try to promote it in the best way that I possibly can.
Right. No, that's incredible. We just had our Mayor's Volunteer Awards a couple days ago, and we had Mayor and Mayor Kobliska from Evansdale, Cedar Falls, Mayor Loddick, where we give awards out for volunteerism within the community. And to hear some of these folks have been serving for more than 60 years, right, it is legendary to me. But there's so many unsung heroes that are working behind the scenes to make events happen and just provide the services that there may not be the resources to be able to do. So very built on the backs of our incredible volunteers.
Excellent. All right, Mayor. I know that you've got a full schedule, so I'm going to let you get back to it. And I do appreciate you taking the time out to join me this afternoon to get a chance to talk with you, get to learn more about what you're doing. And yeah, looking forward to being a part of the festivities coming up here in town.
All right. Look forward to seeing you. Thank you.
You are very welcome, Mayor. Thank you once again, and wish you all the best at City Hall.
All right. Bye-bye.
Have a good one. You've been listening to the Midwest Plainsman podcast on the Prairie Land Radio Network, and been taking this time to talk with Mayor Quentin Hart from Waterloo and getting to know him and getting to know what's coming up in the near future and trying to just put a Waterloo on the map, so to say. All right. I want to thank everyone for tuning in as usual, and I will be seeing you again here later on. I've got a lot more in store for you. I've got some independent bands coming up, a lot of great music to share with everybody, so stay tuned for more. Have a good one. I'm going to be out of here for the afternoon. Appreciate everyone tuning in. Pleasant journeys.